Protectors of the Grid. Chapter 5. Tara woke early, feeling the call. Down the hall, everything was silent. She pulled on a robe and stepped out onto the terrace off her bedroom. The second story of the condo looked out on her side over a tree-lined creek that ambled down to the bay a short distance away. The full moon still hung in the west, its edge just kissing the straight line of the watery horizon. Behind her, a stream of warmth and light from the rising sun broke through the coastal mist to warm her back. Perfect balance. She smiled and looked up in response to the call of gulls flying overhead. Over the bay, a flock of pelicans skimmed the water looking for breakfast. Yes, she was truly supposed to be here. Tara felt nourished by everything she saw and felt. The ambassadors of the Divine Mind had welcomed her, acknowledged her notice, and returned the ping of her attention and appreciation. She strolled over to the wicker lounge and relaxed into it, thoughtful. Down the hall, Ben woke with a start, confused, then disturbed by everything swirling in and around him. A charge ran through him, and he swung his legs to the floor, located yesterday's jeans and t-shirt, and was half-dressed on the way toward the bathroom. Tara felt him rather than heard him. "Mornin', Ben," she whispered. "How did you know I was here?" "How do you think? You felt me?" Ben shivered and sighed, succumbing to the inevitable. "So this is the kind of thing I'm going to learn?" Tara tilted her head back to look at him, since he was still standing behind her, and gestured with her chin for him to come around where she could see him better. "It's a start. I think, looking back, you've always been energetically sensitive. You were just afraid of it. Part of you always knew you have a big destiny that you would be dragged kicking and screaming toward. Another part of you was tickled to join the huge company of skeptics that deny anything exists outside 3D reality." Ben smirked. "And now your destiny has grabbed you by the scruff of the neck and you can feel it. You're like a baby jaguar whose head is firmly, but gently, gripped in its mother's mouth, its body hanging helplessly." Ben's sigh was ragged. "Ben?" whispered Tara, leaning her shoulder against him. "Notice the gently part. Yes, you are pretty darn helpless at this point, but the universe is on your side. Everything is conspiring for your good, even when you're dragged where you do not want to go." Ben glanced down at her, then dropped his eyes. "Are you sure that's not just another fairy story? I'd like to believe that, but what do you feel inside?" "Here." Tara put her hand in the center of Ben's chest. "It hurts. There's a kind of longing and sadness." "Yes, it's the spark of life inside you that is part of the divine, which is your soul's source. You have been running from this connection your whole life, and now you're feeling how much you want this connection. Need it. Do you have a name for the divine?" "You mean like God, Creator, Jehovah, that kind of thing?" "Yes." "Well, Kachi's people use several names, but the one I can remember is Chitokaka. I think it means the Great One." "Like Wakantanka in Lakota?" Russell Means says that Wakantanka means something like the Great Mystery, and Jews have Yahweh, the name too sacred to be written, and the ancient Greeks had a whole pantheon to describe different aspects of the divine. Sophia was divine wisdom. What I'd like you to do with all this is to pick a name for, say, the Great Mystery that does not have an emotional charge for you. If you tighten up when you even think about God, Goddess, or Jesus, or any other name for the creative force of life, choose something that you're comfortable with. You are breaking out of a mental box here, Ben. Let's make it easy. Yeah, okay. How about Bugs Bunny or Frankenstein? Tara laughed, glad Ben was relaxing enough to make jokes. Sure, if you think those names are outside all your boxes, and you're comfy addressing the source of infinite power that way. No lightning bolts, please. I surrender. He held his hands high and grinned before he dropped them to his side. Let me think about it, okay? Sure. Now, how much longer do I have to wait for coffee? So, did I tell you I have a month to work on this with you? Captain told me. Well, he sent me with blessings, so I'm at your disposal for a few weeks. She reached out to hug him and looked up, pleading. I need some beach time bad, Ben. I didn't realize until I got here how much I've missed the ocean. Home is calling. You mean Hawaii? Well, all of Hawaii, but specifically Molokai. Half our people still live there, you know. I have peeps in Kanaka Kai, and last time I was there it still hadn't been all that affected by the outside world. Tara gazed into the far distance. But I really want to go back to the ranch, back to Puuohoku Ranch, the Hill of Stars. She smiled to herself, remembering the thrill of galloping on her favorite ranch horse across the meadows and along the beaches of the eastern side of the island. Is your dad still living there? Tara smiled. Yes, and it has been a long time. He's been off with Simeona at some of the sacred sites. She missed her dad often, although she felt him checking in on her energetically from time to time. Ben, I can help you connect the energy dots, but I think it might be quicker and easier if I take you to see Dad and Simeona, especially Simeona. How would you feel about a quick trip to the islands on your dime? How is this going to help me find that glitch in Cybershark? I'm not adverse to a spiritual junket, but I've got a lot of people breathing down my neck right now. I've got to get this puppy fully launched. I mean, really, Tara? Ben, this is all about understanding how universal energy works, connecting with it, being guided by it, enhancing it. The grid is part of it, and until you connect with the grid, you are not going to be able to make the ferry fully functional. Energy is always there and always supporting us, but we have to adapt to it, not expect it to adapt to us. Well, Tara giggled. At least not until we learn to speak the language and demonstrate that our intentions are beneficial. It feels like a red herring to me, Tara, but I'm choosing to trust you, so let's go. I'll get on the web and book us some flights. When? As soon as possible? You got it. I have to admit, I'm surprised you aren't like all the other billionaires and your first stop after making it big wasn't the Cessna or Lear showroom, or maybe a Bell helicopter. How come you're still flying commercial? Are you serious? Do you know how much it costs to park one of the damn things at the airport, insure it, hire a pilot, and for what? I don't travel that much and very rarely out of California. Then on top of that, do you have any idea how much fuel those puppies burn? Commercial flights are going to fly no matter what, whether they are full or not. I'd rather fly commercial if I have to fly than to use up fuel to just fly one or two people. Tara grinned. I agree, and it's refreshing for someone with money to care more about the environment than their comfort. I'm proud of you. You are mostly an honorable man. Mostly? Ben squinted in her direction. Everyone has room for improvement.